Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the EDF Sports Podcast. Today, I have defensive badass, I'm going to go ahead and say that just like that, from the University of Florida, Gervon Dexter. How are you, my man? How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing good.
Good. Coming off of a hard game yesterday. Hard fought. No, okay. I have to say that because I'm a Gator fan, so I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. That was Vandy. But it was great. That was wonderful to watch. Always fun to see you guys play Vanderbilt. How was homecoming for you, man?
It was good. Good to be back out there and get back on track to the winning standard. So it was good.
Well, since you went there real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and just I got a lot of things to hit you with here because I'm kind of like that. I like to pull things up that people don't know I'm finding, but but let's talk about last week real quick because I want to get that out of the way. It was Kentucky. You guys went in there. What happened, man?
Just like I feel like when you play like any SEC game away, you gotta play your best game to win, no matter if it's Kentucky or Alabama or Tennessee, no matter who it is. I feel like you always gotta bring your best game, and I feel like as a whole team and as a whole unit, we didn't bring our best game. So every game is a margin for error, no matter who you playing, and definitely away games when you got to bring your own energy and stuff like that. And so I feel like they kind of got the one up on us just from that standpoint. They had their energy, they had their home crowd with them, and I just feel like I said, it was a margin for error. So any mistake, you don't really know which mistake it could be, but any mistake could cause you to lose the game. So that's what.
And you know what else too is I don't believe people gave Kentucky enough credit.
Yeah.
I mean, look at them right now. You know, that's 6-0 team. So, like you said, you're in the SEC and you're a 6-0 team. You're a good team. So it's not like you went in there and like you got beat by somebody that you shouldn't. And if you look at the stats, I mean, for God's sakes, you killed them in every stat possible. The defense, by the way, I have to get to that. You guys are playing at a phenomenal level. You held them to under 100 yards rushing. You have stopped the run this year, like old past days. Which brings me to your position. So you're playing defensive tackle, right? And you also hit the nose. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
So which one of those do you like better?
Correct. I feel like in Coach Grantham defense, the nose tackle and the tackle is almost the same position because you just just depends on what side the call is on. Like one call I could be on the left side all the way down to a 4-eye, and one play I could be all the way down in a zero head up on the nose. So it's kind of like in Coach Grantham's scheme, and the stuff that he does is almost the same thing. So they're pretty much equal to me.
Here is something that makes me amazed too, and that's listening to you talk, because a lot of people don't understand. You've been doing this for how long? 4 years?
Yeah, yes, sir.
4 years, like, and you can dissect like you just did. Plus, you play like you do. I mean, you have taken in this sport like what do we call it? You are a natural at the sport. So talk about that a little bit, though. I want to know what did you do before football? Then, 2 years in high school is all you played. What did you do before that?
I was a basketball player. I played travel basketball all the way like year round. Every weekend, I was probably at a basketball tournament, if not at a basketball camp. So I was a year-round basketball player.
Lake Wales, right?
Yes, sir.
Lake Wales, yes. So you just hung around playing basketball in Florida for them?
Yeah, yes.
Going around all the good hoops. So you like basketball? You like the NBA then?
Yeah, for sure.
Is that what you thought? Did you have aspirations of NBA before that?
Yeah, I thought I was an NBA. I was gonna make it to the NBA. Yeah.
Well, look, all those NBA guys come and become tight ends in the NFL. There ain't no reason why no defensive end can't go and be a power forward in the NBA, right?
And no, it's a little different.
All right, so you played basketball, then you got into football, and then you found out that you could just dominate like that. So
I mean, like even for sure, yeah. Even when I was like playing basketball, I was like one of the like I would say like a physical bully. Like just even when I was playing basketball, so I knew kind of the transition wouldn't be very hard for me. I knew like it's a lot of stuff that I don't know about the game and about technique and stuff. But as far as just beating the man in front of you, I knew that wouldn't be very hard for me just because like I said, I play very physical. At anything I do, I'm just physical. So that was kind of
Right.
why the transition was a little easier for me.
And I'm sure after 2 years of high school, though, getting into a program like Florida and then hitting that field against SEC opponent, I mean, that had to be kind of a mind-blowing event there, right? I mean, the speed of the game alone, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the speed was a lot different from high school to college. But like I said, just me playing physical kind of helped me a lot last year, my freshman year.
So how do you? I mean, what do you have? Two sacks, I believe, this year already.
Yes, sir.
And multiple times you're living in the backfield. It seems like I mean, to me, you could have 8 sacks. I mean, you've been that close so many times, and I see sometimes too. I mean, you know when you're that close, don't you? And it's got to just got to be like wet your lips. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna get this guy. But so you're picking that up like incredible. Like, do you feel like it like way more comfortable? Do you feel like it's just rolling in there?
Yeah, of course. Like even a lot of that stuff like that comes also just with me being in the system a little bit longer and like me knowing like the playbook a lot last year. I had to think about what I was gonna do like before the play because I'm not very familiar with the play that's going on. Like, but now this year I know the playbook a lot more. I'm a lot more familiar with the playbook, so you can kind of move and play to your physical ability when you know what you're about to do before you're about to do it. So that's also helped me a lot this year. And then just me playing a lot at the nose position is like almost just beat the man in front of you, and the ball's always there. And like I said, I just play with the play physical, and then that just makes my job a lot easier.
It almost seems though that you're really taken to that nose position. Like it almost seems like you just have the most fun when you're in front of that guy and say, I'm just going to toss you aside, and that's how that goes. So who on the Gators, who coach, player, who's the one that's taking you in the most, man?
I would say everybody a lot. Mostly Coach T, Coach David Turner, and then like some of the guys on the team is the older guys like Daquan Newkirk, Zachary Carter, and Antonio Valentino just helped me. Like it's always a blessing learning from guys who's been there and done it multiple years. So I'm just learning from them and taking what they have and taking what they teaching me and just soaking it all in and just, you know what I'm saying? Coach Turner had multiple first round defensive tackles, first round defensive ends. So he knows a lot. He knows a lot of people. So just learning from him, he's done it a long time.
Yeah. It seems like the Gators are such a close-knit kind of place to be that you're going to get that support no matter where you're at, right? I mean, no matter who's coming.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
you know, I want to talk a little bit, if you don't mind, about Coach Grantham, and tell me what you think. I mean, there's so much out there from, but you know how crazy these Gator fans are, man. I mean, it's passion. So I'm not going to call it craziness. It's passion. But tell me what kind of coach he is.
I love Coach Grantham. He's a hard coach. Like he coaches you hard. All Coach Grantham really wants is from everyone just to do their job really, and everything will work. That's like literally that's all he asks for. Just do your job. He says it every day, and it's like he says it all the time. It's like if one person don't do their job, and then we all be screwed. So that's all he really asks for is everybody to do their job, and he knows it. Like we all trust what he got like playing for us, like in the system and everything. So that's all really Coach Grantham asks for is just us to do our job, block out the noise, and just do our job. Really, that's all he really asks for, and then everything should go as planned.
What would you say the overall feel is of the team right now after a second loss? And with college football being the way it is, I mean, that's one of the craziest sports there is. I mean, you lose a game and everybody panics, It's like one game, oh my God, but that's college football, So what would you say the feeling is around the team right now over the rest of I mean, there's still a good portion of the year left to go.
I would say it's same. We still got the same mindset as from game one. Every week we just trying to get better. We lost after the loss to Alabama. We just try to get better the next week. After we beat Tennessee, we was trying to get better the next week. After we lost to Kentucky, we was trying to get better from that the next week. So I would say every week we just trying to get better and better, and focusing on little things and fixing some of the discipline issues that we have, and that's it. Just really just trying to get better and get closer as a team.
I was at that Bama game, 5th largest crowd ever in the Swamp. That place was so loud, man. Tell me about what it was like playing in that game.
That really was my first like pack, like seeing the stadium packed because COVID last year.
That's right.
So it was just, I would say it was just amazing. I'm not gonna lie, like that was something I never experienced before. Like just being there, like it's a lot different when you're a recruit. You see it because I went to the Auburn game the year before, but it's like being out there is a lot different. Just from a standpoint, just hearing, like you can't even hear yourself, can't even hear your teammates beside you and stuff like that. But it's an amazing feeling, and I like playing in the Swamp.
That was a great game, by the way, and I mean, that was probably, I mean, it was one of the best times I ever had being in that stadium too. That was it was the rocket. I could not hear for 2 days, like. So I don't know. I want to ask you about Georgia, but I just don't know how to do it. I don't want you to get into anything, but you're going to have that big game coming up with Georgia soon. They're going to be the number 1 team now that Bama has bit the dust yesterday. So what does that mean for you guys? What does Florida Georgia mean?
Like I said, it means, I know like the history of it means a lot, but it's still just the next game. Like right now we still focus on LSU, but when you look onto teams like Georgia and why they're playing well, and we know we can play up to that ability, as we know. But like I said, we just focus on getting better. Like that's really been the main goal for us, just get better. And we know by that time, when we get there, we'll be ready to compete and play a good game against Georgia and match what they're doing and how they're moving. So, like I said, we're just trying to get better, and by that time, we'll be ready. We'll be ready for Georgia for sure.
I love that game as well, though. Every year, that's fun. It doesn't matter how it even comes out; just the fun of that game alone is what it's all about and stuff. There's a couple of other things here. So, tell me about the growcredit.com, man. I see you've been doing some work with them, and it looks to me like it's something that a lot of people could use, especially young people. And it's one of those kind of things that never gets talked about. So it's hard for when you're growing up, economics, your daily financials, all that stuff. Isn't something we always talk about. Then you get to college and you're like, boom, now you have to do it. So what is that all about?
That was a deal that I had, but yeah, like you said, we don't really in high school nor college. I don't believe we really don't. Well, as far as my high school, we really don't get taught about the things like that, like the credit and how like that's one of the most important things in your life, man. So I feel like when stuff like that, I feel like honestly, personally, I feel like stuff like that should be taught at an earlier stage.
For sure.
So when it's actually time to, get your first credit card or buy your first whatever, I feel like teenagers should have the proper educational credit. But with that deal, that was a deal, and like if you actually look into it, it just gives you like a lot of people got like the Hulu and the Netflix and all the Disney Plus and stuff like that, and they pay it on time without the growcredit.com. But growcredit.com gives you a chance to like literally just put that on your kind of like put that on your credit. So even though you're paying that like monthly, it's beneficial to just put it on growcredit.com so you can go ahead and just help your credit while you
paying your payments every month and
correct.
That kicked off better. Which those are some of those things I never understood why they didn't ever take into account anyway. So that kind of stuff right there is needed. And again, man, like you said, they don't teach this stuff. They don't tell nobody nothing about it. All of a sudden, you go to you hit what they call the real world, and everybody goes, "What bank account? I got to do what?" you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
sure.
man, I think that's really cool that you got involved in that though, because when athletes get involved in stuff like that, it makes kids listen, and that's that kind of stuff. Like I said, it can only help everybody to start learning about that stuff at an earlier age. But I see you also did some work with college hunks. Are you still doing that?
Yeah, I am for sure. Yeah. So the deal with college hunk, I believe that was probably my first NIL deal, and I was just one of a big moving company for the college area, and we're actually looking for a franchise owner here in Gainesville. So we're just because there's no college hunt franchise in Gainesville, and so what college hunts is doing is they're looking for somebody to be a franchise owner here in the Gainesville area. So that's what we're seeking right now.
And that's a moving company?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. So anybody out there, if you hear this and you're in the Gainesville area, there you go. Hook it up with him, and that's a business in Gainesville that can make money. I mean, it's a college town. People are moving in, moving out every year, right? So so that's a good deal, man, right there. How about gaming, man? Do you game? Are you a gamer?
No, I don't. No, I don't game.
Not at all?
No, no.
Wow.
I used to have I'm actually right now I'm looking to get a PS5 and just play some little games. Just you know what I'm saying? I kind of missed it, but I used to play like Madden, 2K, and every now and then one of my cousins come over, and they used to like last year he used to come over. I had he'd bring his PS4 and we'll do it all day. And I was like, dang, I need to get me one, but I don't got a game. I'm looking to get one though.
So no Twitch or nothing, huh? Come on, you got to get into that, right? But there you go again, bringing up that 2K. That basketball's in your blood, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, that basketball is just there. So who did you follow, man? Who did you follow? Who was your team in basketball? Who is your team now?
I'm a LeBron James fan, so whoever LeBron James playing for the Celtics, I'm a Celtics fan. LeBron is whoever LeBron James is at. That's who I'm a fan. That's who my favorite team.
Really? Have you ever met LeBron? Huh?
No, I haven't met LeBron. I met a lot of NBA players like during the travel, like Dwayne Wade and a lot of people like that. I never met LeBron.
Dwayne Wade is a different kind of guy right there. He's
cool dude.
He is. He's one of those guys. When he was playing, you had to get him a what was that called? He wouldn't take the normal Gatorade. It was organic. You had to go get him an organic Gatorade on the bench. So they had those guys. I cover the Magic, so like I get to talk to those ball guys. That was like one of those things. They were like. They always had to run when Dwayne Wade came in. They always had to go find organic Gatorade to bring in. But that's cool. I mean, so right now, then you're a Lakers fan, right?
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Lakers right now.
With that stacked Lakers team that they got.
Yeah.
Are they gonna do it? Are they gonna get out of the West?
I feel like for sure, definitely.
Look at the Nets though. Look at the Nets over there. I mean, I was watching that preseason game yesterday, and they were pulling their 15th guy off the bench, and it was like Paul Millsap. Like how do you pull your 15th guy is an ex-All-Star who's still, like that team is stacked.
Yeah, they stacked for sure.
So
I feel like the Lakers gonna pull it through though.
That's a lot to guard, man. You got KD, Kyrie, they're going to get it figured out, and Kyrie will play. You know, so
like Melo. I feel like Melo and LeBron got Stone, even though they're older.
Melo, I don't know, man. I'm a Denver Nuggets fan, so I got a different kind of feeling on Carmelo myself. But I hear you. And what about Russell Westbrook, though? How's he gonna? Is it gonna work? Because those first couple of games looked a little rough.
I mean, preseason is a time to. That's kind of what preseason is for, just to
Time to get it
mold. Yeah, right.
How about the NFL? What team? What's your NFL team?
I don't really have an NFL team. I just watch.
No?
I just watch players. Yeah, I just watch players. I don't have a favorite NFL team. When I was younger, I liked the Vikings though, just because of Adrian Peterson. Yeah.
Yeah. No, when he was with the Vikings, he was the best there was for sure.
Yeah.
That's funny you said it though, because I usually ask every athlete that I talk to if you were a fan of the game, because it's surprising to me how many players grew up not watching the game. They just found out that, man, they could play the game better than anybody else, you know. So they enjoy playing the game, but you really never followed the game. So that's more like you, huh? You didn't really follow football.
Well, no, I watch football. I always watch football for sure. I just ain't never I could never get into it to pick a favorite team just because I like so many different teams and so many different players. When I watch football, I like to watch I like the underdog to win every time. So that's why I never could really pick a favorite team.
Got you.
Whoever would pick to lose, that's who was my favorite team.
Well, you grew up like an hour from Tampa, maybe? Hour and a half?
Yeah, it's like hour, yeah.
So
I could say that though. I never really watched Tampa at all until this following year.
Not a Bucks fan, huh? Not even now with Tom Brady?
Yeah, I like Tom Brady. Definitely now I like Tampa because Kyle is there.
I was gonna say Kyle went there. Come on.
Yeah.
This morning, have you been watching Pitts on he's tearing it up in London this morning, man.
Yeah, I seen he got his first touchdown.
Yeah, I actually just put that video on. Yeah, he's killing it. It's 20-9 right now. Do you talk to those guys at all?
I haven't talked to Kyle Trask since since he left. I talked to Kyle here and there. He just, you know what I'm saying, just give him some little words of motivation every now and then. I think my pen tweet is the last time me and Kyle Pitts talked on my Twitter. So yeah, I would say like a month ago.
What a way to come into the Gators on that team.
For sure. That was an amazing team. That was a blessing just to play on that team.
Hey, but there's more of that to come.
For sure.
I try to cover as many recruits as I can, and you got them stacked coming in. So, you know, I have a feeling that we're not going to have too many more, even two lost years. So, but
we definitely gonna get back to where we need to be.
Hey, for sure, and it ain't nothing. I mean, you're the Gators. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's all about, being there, right? Being in the swamp. But so, if you could real quick, just tell me real quick what you think about the rest of the season. Though you guys just gonna do what you do, play these games out, take Georgia down, knock them out.
We just gonna play the game right now. I can't really speak on what we're gonna do to Georgia because we got LSU next. So I feel like LSU. Nah, no problem. Yeah, we got LSU up next, and like I said, we just gonna get better this week in practice and hopefully cut down on our errors and mistakes, and hopefully come back to Gainesville with a win.
Well, I am definitely looking forward to the rest of the season. Even I'm not one of those guys, man. I'll watch you all the way down to the wire. Don't care if you win one game a year. I'm still gonna be there watching. That's how it is. So I appreciate that, though. I appreciate your time, man, coming on. I look forward to seeing you not only this year but next year, because 4 years playing and you're playing like you are now, man. That means 5th year is going to be even better. So I definitely am looking forward to that, and I'm sure the Gators are looking forward to seeing what you got more coming in as you just get better. So again, I appreciate your time, man. It's been great. I hope you come on again sometime. And like always, I tell everybody, man, you ever want something to say, you got a place to say it, no matter what. So I appreciate everything that you did and coming on, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, man. Talk to you later. Go Gators.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks, everybody.